So ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure today to introduce our guest, the CEO of My Forex Fund, Mr. Mark Tuza. He's here today to tell us about his new evaluation program. My Forex Fund is a prop firm. He's going to tell us all about it. But today's Q&A session is really about the new program. And then I'm your host, Yvonne, with Worldwide Effects. So without further ado, we're going to turn it to you, Martuza. I'm not sure if you just want to make it more of a Q&A session. If you could start by telling us, who you are and a little bit about My Forex Fund.
Of course, it will be my pleasure. So yeah, my name is Murtaza. You guys have recently started seeing me. I'm not much of a video or teleconference person, but here I am. I've been forced to show my face, so we can get some faces in front. So my Forex funds came into being about 7 months ago, later in July. That's when we went public. We did do a lot of pilot programs before that. We were doing for about 6 months. So, once we saw that proof of concept is good, we can sustain, that's when we launched. So we did come out with our Rapid, which was our original program earlier on, which was a success. It still is a success. A lot of people go for that. But recently, what we saw that a lot of people preferred the evaluation sort of a program to be introduced. Hence, we said, okay, we can do this. We have the funds, we have the capabilities, we have the backend systems and whatnot. So, we decided to release a similar but a better program than a lot of these other firms out there. Now, why I say this is what we did was when traders used to come for our Rapid program, which was our original program, they were a little confused. They were like, how can we make money on demo accounts? So, that's what it is. So you trade for 3 months on demo and we pay you 10 to 15%. And then once you prove yourselves, that's when you move to the live accounts. So a lot of people didn't get that because, there are other big firms that have been around for years. And their model was, hey, you have to come, you have to go through the challenge or evaluation or whatnot, and then you get the live funds and then you get to earn. So we were kind of sort of disturbing the market in that sense, but personally, that's still my favorite program between the two. We are coming out of with our direct funded accounts as well. But that being said, a lot of people were confused and they still wanted the evaluation. So what we did was we took a very deep look into what these programs entail. And we saw there was a huge, we can say, bottom line that was not being given back to the trader. What I mean by that is prop firms were, it is a business. So let's not lie about that. It is a business. We have to make money in order to stay afloat. But there were firms that were making a lot of money. So what we did was we took their model, we made it better, obviously, and then we cut our costs, bottom cost, keeping OPEX and CAPEX in mind, operating and capital costs, running costs. And we decided to give back some of the money that we are saving to the traders. Now, what that does is, first of all, immediately off the back, you get lower registration costs. Not only that, then we also introduced, this is the first time anyone has done this, you get actually paid or you get a bonus once you pass the evaluation programs as well. So, we are trying to give back as much as we could. Obviously, we have to stay afloat as well. So there is a little bit of margin for ourselves, but that's the whole idea behind it. A lot of people message me, Ben, Alex, Mike, our team members. They're like, hey, why are you so cheap? What are you doing different? Our answer is simple. We're just not taking as much. Again, at the end of the day, as I said, we are a business. Let's not lie about that. Anyone who says we're not making anything is, I don't know what their business model is, but we have to obviously stay afloat, pay for some running costs and support costs and this cost and that cost. And my Lamborghini was just outside. That's a joke. I don't have a Lamborghini. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't want to talk and talk, but that's the gist of it. We wanted to give back to the community. We wanted to give back to the traders because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, giving back. So here we are with our new program. There is another one coming up as well. So look out for that. But before we move on into the Q&A session, I do want to apologize. A lot of you have criticized us and my team for the website registration purpose, the whole shebang that's going on there. I do have an IT background. Unfortunately, I don't own data centers or these infrastructures that support our website. We still rely on third-party companies that do this for us. When they fail, I mean, there's only so much we can do, right? So again, so there are servers running in the background, there are network components, there's lag, there is data CPU processes, there's a bunch of stuff. Again, all that is given to us from a third-party person, third-party provider, and if they fail to kind of sort of meet their targets and their SLAs, service level agreements, it kind of sort of showcases bad on us. All we can do is say, hey guys, be patient. We're working with them, trying to get our site up and running. But there's only so much we can do. So I apologize. I know I have an IT background. I should have been more prepared. I should have had a backup of a backup of a backup, which we did. But as far as the service providers are concerned, there's only so much we can do. And here we are. I think we have nailed it down. We did migrate our site. We do have a lot more processing power in the backend now. So site should be going, well, site is up. The registration should be going up and live in the next coming hours, I would say. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. So thank you for that introduction. And I think you already covered a bunch of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. But
Sure.
I have my theory. I think like I was talking to Ben over the weekend. I have my theory that there's some sort of like sabotage in the back, like Russian hackers. Because there was so much excitement with the new program on, like Friday and Saturday when it was going to get launched. And then Saturday, the website just went out. And then randomly, like, Saturday I was bored and I was just saying like, hey, is this like a Russian hacker case? Do you think there's like anything malicious behind the website going down?
100%. So we did see a lot of DDoS attacks, which is denial of service attacks coming from. Actually, it's funny because you say Russia. It was coming from Russia and Czech area, and there was thousands and thousands of pings within a minute. So what that does, it takes up the bandwidth of the site. We do have Cloudflare in play as well, but what was happening was since we were upgrading the site, we had to bring that down, and as soon as we brought that down, our site got hit. Not only that, there was some other malicious code that was found once we took a deep dive within the site itself, which we have taken care of, obviously. But yeah, you're 100% right. There was definitely some sort of a malicious actor behind this, and I know we're not that big enough, and that's why we weren't expecting to be targeted in such a way. But I have logs, and our provider has logs as well, saying the same thing, that there's thousands and thousands of pings coming from a particular IP. It's not even like we're getting one ping from here, one ping from there. It's like same IP just hitting us over and over again. Cloudflare is our firewall provider, you can say. What they do is they do protect. And I know I'm ranting about IT stuff, but they do protect us. But we had to bring them down in order to do some maintenance and upgrades, which was a bad decision. So yeah, and you're right, Johan. That was partially what happened as well on Friday.
All right. It's funny that because it was a random comment, and then it just happened to be true. So my background with your company is not like really extensive, but I did do some research over the weekend.
Sure.
I think that I've worked with a different prop firm. I'm funded with FTMO. I'm currently working with prop trading, and pretty much like our business model for the firm, it's right around working with prop firm, funding other traders. We fund all traders in-house. But I was really excited about your new evaluation model. So I just hope that we could just go through these and then address like some of the things that people don't understand. And then, first, like, the difference between the aggressive and not, and standard. And then different components here, like, the 1+2, 1+1.
Sure.
Some people don't really understand, the scale up method.
Sure.
So could you please, walk us through this, just the model in general?
Sure. So we'll just start up top. I'm not going to read through word by word because obviously all that information is there. So as far as account sizes are concerned, that was, and we have seen that, with the starting registration cost of other firms, they do charge, there's a big markup there. So what we did was we identified there is a need. There definitely is a need of, sorry, lost my chain of thought. There is a need to get entry level accounts in there as well. So that's why you get the $84 10K account. Again, it's a valuation account. You can come in. It has the same benefits, same same rules as far as the overall structure is concerned as compared to the 100K program. And then that's the gist of it. So just wanted to let you guys know that now you can actually enter prop trading for $84 at 100K. This is I know if everyone says this, but we are really, really, really low in our margins. So once we get out there, these prices will the registration costs will go up just so that we can maintain and maintain their program as well. Fee refund, yes, a lot of people are doing this. We do it too, but we do it differently. If you can just jump to the bottom of the thing. So what we are doing is, once you complete your 2 phases and you get your first payout, you will get on top of what you're earning full refund. On top of that, you'll also get 12%. So I think you did some sort of calculation as well. Just passing the thing will. I don't know if you have that in front.
So I did like just a back to the napkin of like calc of like what are your incentives. From what I understand, and this is an assumption that somebody just meets the 8%, it doesn't go
Bare
over
minimum,
the 8%, bare minimum for both stages. So for 10K account, you're basically refunding somebody. They pay $84. If they get 112%, you're basically giving them $94 back, which is $10.08 more than they paid. And then for passing the evaluation, you're giving them $16. And then for passing the establishment, which is,
second
you're
phase,
giving them $10. So you're pretty much getting, $36 more than you paid, $215 for a 50K account, and about $419 for a 100K account.
100K.
This is the calculation that I did, over the weekend, and I was just like, this is unbelievable. And for most people, they don't understand. This is unheard of. I've never seen any of the prop firm actually giving money for passing the challenges, but you actually giving 12% interest on the money that they're paying, which is like tremendous. Another thing that this is a question that comes up a lot, right? Would you consider giving the money back as soon as somebody passes, or so the both stages without waiting for the first payout? That's like one question that comes up in the industry a lot.
So there is a thing behind madness. Actual sentence is escaping my mind. There's a method behind this madness, which is that once you pass the 2 stages, obviously, and you get to the live account phase, when you get that payout, not only you're getting a payout, my Forex funds is getting paid too, right? So let's just say if we go ahead and make that, someone gets lucky, they get through the first stage and we pay them, and second stage they can't do it, or third stage they can't make money, they lose money. So then we end up kind of sort of losing money. But if you go through the process and if you're doing it diligently, right, and you get to that final payout, so not only you're getting paid, we're getting paid too. And then what we do is we take some of that money and kind of sort of give it back to you and say, hey, thank you for making us money, here's your chunk back. And this is what I was talking about earlier as well, when I said there's the prop firm businesses has a lot of bottom line. So what we are trying to do is kind of sort of give that back to the end traders, just for trading. Let's not gamble, let's have a plan, let's execute a plan. As soon as you're doing that, as long as you're doing that, you should be good. So yeah, that's the method behind the madness. We just thought that, hey, if we're making money, why should we keep all of it? Let's give some of it back to you guys.
Yeah, this is definitely like an advantage that you have like over many of the prop firms around here.
Definitely.
So let's go back to the payout. The payout, you do list, 75, 80, and 85.
Mhm.
And my understanding, this is a gradual, like, the first month you pay out 75%, second month you pay 80, and then third month and, onwards, you'll
On
be paying 85%, right? Is that correct?
That is 100% correct. So yeah, we want to see you grow. And
Okay.
again, 75, the other side is 25%, so we're still making money. 80%, the other side is 20%, so we're still making money. So it's not like we're giving everything back. We are keeping something, and that's how we stay afloat as well. But the bottom line again is, as you grow, we want to reward you back. And by you, I mean the traders in general, right? So we want to reward you back, and you have something to look forward to. With other firms, other models, it's like, okay, I'm going to get this for the rest of my life. And obviously I'm exaggerating. There may be some firms that
Yeah.
would do this, right? But with us, it's like, all right, let's get to 75. My next goal is to hit 80%. So, you have a goal in front and you kind of sort of make a plan to get to that goal. And that's how you succeed. And again, the prop firm is in such way, the model of it, that if a trader is succeeding, then a prop firm is succeeding. And that's how, that's the whole just behind our programs here.
Awesome. Let's talk about EAs. So like for me, I understand EAs to be the things that make trades automatically for you.
Mhm.
But if anyone has used MT4, there's a lot of things that are called EA, such as position calculators.
Oh yeah.
For example, right now I have an EA that if I put it on a chart, it publishes my journal, my trading
Mhm.
into my FX book.
Mhm.
What you're talking about that you need approvals for is the EAs that trade for you, like the ones that are taking trades, closing trades, opening positions. Those you want to approve them to see, how they work and if they will work within your
And then
what are
we're
you
structured.
looking for? Yeah, within restrictions. What are you looking for when you're reviewing reviewing EAs?
So the top thing is the risk. We're seeing here if well, the top thing is if it's auto trading, right? So if you have a
Okay.
bot that just trades for you, that's really frowned upon. Oh, and that wouldn't be allowed. Now let's just say that you do have an exception where you say, okay, I input the parameters and I execute the trade, but it will come out of the trade if it goes down by a certain percent or hits a drawdown percent of X, Y,
Mhm.
and Z. So that's okay, obviously. And as you said, in your case, if you're using an EA to just put down some sort of graphic analysis of your account on your chart, that's absolutely fine as well. So yeah, one thing, as I said, is auto trading. The other thing is copying. So we would hate to have you copy some guru that that rented that Lamborghini, and you think you're gonna copy his trades, and you're gonna and believe me, there's no shortcut in this game. And if you're thinking about getting there in the next month, FX is not for you. It's a gradual thing. You know, uh, Actually, there was a study that in the first year, even if you come out at break even, you're doing amazing. Because as you know, a lot of people fail this. It's the greed, and that gets to them. So again, my and I know we're digressing,
Yeah.
but my suggestion is that if you are gonna copy trades, don't do it. It's not good for you. You're gonna end up losing a lot of money. But even if you want to do it, then please do it on your own. On your account. You wouldn't be allowed to trade with us.
Yeah. So another type of EA that I use is something like a pad that executes trade.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with like magic keys.
Mhm.
So if I
Magic
use
numbers. Okay.
magic keys, that's
Yep.
not something that I will have to submit for approval, right?
All- You would actually, so if it is a EA, then you would, because what happens with EAs is they leave magic numbers behind, and that's how we see if you are using one. There are
Okay.
other methods as well, but once we see that, we analyze. Okay, it's just the pad that you're using to input numbers. We would approve it by all means. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
if
that
we
we
were
don't
to
want people. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, it's just that again, as I said, we don't want people to use EAs for auto trading or for copying trading. Again, and I've said this with Blake as well. If you are copying trading trades from another account, that's obviously acceptable. We're going to take your word for it. But we are respectful, we are trustworthy, and we hope the traders are too when they say it's their account they're copying, not someone
Okay.
else's.
That's actually was my next question. So like a lot of us trade with different prop firms, and we may have different accounts, right? Like I have an FTM account. I'm working on the prop trading, and
Mhm.
hopefully soon I hope to be in business with you
Of course.
with my FX fund account. Is it okay to trade those accounts? Like basically having a copy from one account to another, as long as it's my own trades, I guess.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. All you got to do is just let us know, and we'll take your word for it. There is no way for us to check
Okay.
unless we get 10 traders having the exact same trade executions. Then you guys, all 10 of you guys, will be in trouble. But as long as it's just you and your account, then that should be okay. And again, by you I mean traders, not you in particular, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's not something that wouldn't happen in this industry. I'm sure I've seen it many
Yep.
times.
Oh yeah.
So leverage, pretty good, 1 to 100 for the standard, 1 to 200. For crypto, do you have the ability to trade crypto over the weekend if you're going for an aggressive account?
That's a negative. So we are not a broker. We work with
Okay.
FXPeg on our live accounts, and they currently do not have that capability. We are inquiring if there is a possibility of them opening that, but as of now, yeah, there is no crypto over the weekend.
Okay. No
Yep.
crypto over the weekend.
And we can quickly talk about the challenge retakes, because a lot of people kind of sort of confuse that as well. So in case of a violation, it's not like once you come, you can't come back again. And if you do hit that drawdown, that's okay. There's a discounted fee that will let you back into the same program. Now, let's just say that you go over the 30-day time limit for the evaluation phase, or the 60-day for the establishment. We do give you an extra 2 + 1. Well, excuse me, 2 days, 2 tries for evaluation and 1 try for establishment as well. So that's there as well. So as long as you're within your plan, you're not going over the 5% or the 12% or the 10% or the 20%, which is the standard and the aggressive, you would be good. And you can take, obviously, free of charge retakes.
So the retakes are free of charge. And then what is the discounted rate?
That is in case
for
that
someone
is in
who
case.
violates any of the rules and then they need to like retake, go back and retake it.
That is correct. So there's a 10% off on
Okay.
if you register again, or if you want to move to the rapid program, that is 20% off, which is referred to as a standard model on the bottom of the screen.
Okay. And then one clarification: if you fail during the establishment, right, you have to go back to phase one, right? It's not like
Yeah.
you already passed the challenge. I mean, let's call it, what it is. You already passed the evaluation and you are at the establishment level. If you fail at the establishment level, you have to go back to square one, right?
That is correct. Yes. And
Okay.
we do that for a reason. We want to see consistency over a longer period of time. It's not like, I'll give my example. I fluke it and I get through evaluation, right? And then I get to establishment and now I'm struggling. So, I want to make sure that I can go through both successfully in order to get to the live fund stage.
All right, that's pretty cool. One thing that I really like, and I haven't seen this anywhere else, I think like some people talk about like some other firm that pays biweekly. I'm not sure, I've seen it. What is the exact date? What is the payment date? Does that depend on when you got funded, or do you have like a set date? Like some firms have like the 10th or the 25th of every month. What is the payment, date for each of the traders?
Sure. So right after you graduate or you pass through the 2 evaluation phases, you'll have your earning phase, which is the phase 3, which is where you're going to earn actual money. So that phase is still 1 month, and that's on our website as well. So, after that 1 month, you get your refund, you get your bonus, you get the bonus from phase 2 as well, right? And after that, what happens is every 2 weeks on a Friday, what you can do is you can request for a withdrawal. And so to answer your question, Juan, it's every 2 weeks on a Friday. 2 full weeks on a Friday, that's when you get your payouts. That's when you can request for them as well.
Okay. But the biweekly payout start from month 2 onwards. Like the first month is
it's still a
monthly
monthly.
payment.
That is correct. Yes, that is
Okay.
correct. Yes.
That's a good clarification. All right. Let's move on to the scaling program. So when you want to scale up, it looks like you have to have 10% overall in the 4 months, in the first 4 months, and you don't have to like make 10% every single month. It's 10% overall. So you could
That is correct.
make, 3-2, 3-2, and overall 10%. But you have
That
to
is
be
correct.
positive 2 months out of the 4. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. Yes.
Awesome. And then what is the amount that you get increased?
So increase amount is percentage is written 2 rows up. That's a little bit of bad editing right there, but yeah,
Okay.
it is 30%. Yeah. So you get 30% on top of the initial balance.
All right. So
So
if you had
sorry,
a 100K account,
yep.
you'll be moved to like a 130 account, $130,000 account.
That is correct. And since we do have finite, not infinite funds, we do have finite funds. So it's, 30% of the starting balance. So, once you get to 130, your next jump up would be another 30, right? So it's not like we're going to take 130 and then we're going to give you another 30 on top of that.
Yeah.
So just so that we're clear.
I think that's a good clarification. And then I think in the same line of questioning, I think it's how many accounts can you have? And
So,
then what is the total accounts that you can hold under this program, the standard or the aggressive?
sure. So per trader, currently we're allocating 300K, but that has to be broken down into 100K and 300K accounts. That's just the way how the system's set up. But once you do get into live, you do get all 3 of them combined, and that's what you're going to earn on. So that is the total amount that a trader can handle. Now, let's just say that for some reason you're trying different strategies and you want 5 10K accounts. That's okay as well. If you're so the total number of accounts is not limited. The total number of capital allocated to a trader is to 300K. If that answers your question.
Yeah, that does. And then the 300K is still subject to the 30% increase, I guess.
That is
So
correct.
you could
Of
say
the
that
starting
you could.
balance.
So yeah. Right now, it looks like there's a limit on the number of accounts that somebody can purchase. It looks like it's just allocation of 1 account per trader. Is that correct?
3 accounts per trader.
Oh, so you
up
can
to
purchase
300K.
up to 300K right now.
No, so you can register for, not purchase, you can register for 300K accounts.
So I'm not that talented, but I know there's some people out there that can trade multiple accounts at the same time. Would you allow somebody to purchase, 300K account and then trade them together, get funded right away? Or do you have to do one at a time?
You can trade 3 accounts worth up to 100K simultaneously. Yes, you can. But you can trade a 300K account because there's no such thing. There's only a 100K account. That makes sense.
Let me ask this question another way. So if I buy 100K evaluation account and I buy another 100K evaluation account, can I trade those accounts together using a copier?
Yes.
Simultaneously and pass them
together.
Pass them and get funded.
Yes.
All right,
that's correct.
Yeah. So English is like my 10th language, so sometimes it takes a little bit of
no
wiggle around to make sure that I get
that's
the questions right. Yeah. So
I think it's my 6th language too. So I feel you.
All right. So there's another thing, so somebody registers for a evaluation account, and then it says that it starts after registration, but then there's I'm not sure if it's like a contradiction or there's just some communication that needs to happen between you guys and the trader. It says whenever the trader wants.
So yeah, what happens is we plug him into our backend application, backend software, and when the trader takes that first trade, that's when the application starts recording. And so his first day that he trades would be the first day that his challenge would start, pretty much.
Yeah. So like this is like first trade.
Yeah, first trade. Yep.
Okay. But you could purchase the account like today and just say like, hey, I'm going to start like next Monday. As long as you don't place a trade, your 30 days doesn't start counting until the trade goes in. Awesome.
Exactly.
All right. You allow news trading. I think we pretty much covered everything here.
And we also allow Trump trading, which is, when Trump tweets, you can also trade then, because then that's when we know when the market moves a lot. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like
that's also-
everybody missed
oh yeah,
Mr. Commander in Chief.
oh yeah.
For some reason, I mean, like he was very good for the markets, but
For some reason, yes.
that's not nor here nor there. All right, so I think I've gone through like my basic questions that I had. I'm gonna try to find time. We're gonna start with Mr. Florian Swartz. How you doing, sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
I'm good,
But
man. Thanks. Hey,
What did you just go?
I just want to. Can you see me? I'm here.
We saw you for a second, but then
We saw you for a second and then you're gone.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Ah, you're here. Okay. So just quickly, your name, where you calling us from, and then your question for Mr. Martuza.
Hello, Mr. Matuza. Hello, Johan. The language guys. I'm from South Africa. I'm interested in this. I've been one of the first people to join your Telegram group.
Ah,
So
thank you.
I must start on the registration because it was overcrowded the weekend. But maybe during the night I will see if I can just buy my evaluation. And I'm from South Africa, as I said. And only
Very
one question I
nice.
want to ask you.
Yes, Florian. What's up?
Say I pass it to like the challenge and the evaluation or the first two stages. I get my live account. Do I have to be profitable or how long? Say I'm the first month I'm 8,000. Like I have a $10,000 account. 8,000. The second month I stay on 8,000. The third month I'm on 9,000. I don't make any money. Do I keep my account or does it fall away or something like that? No.
We just show up to your house and say, "What the hell are you doing?" And excuse my language, sorry. But no. So
you
what
can
happens?
speak the way you want.
Okay. Nah, he looks like a pretty cool guy. He's a big guy too, so I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. So what happens then is, so it is a pool of, what happens in the back end is that it's a pool of money. It's not like we're gonna give you 100,000 in your account separately and we forget about it. So it is a pool of money that is based on leverage and margin, and which gets allocated automatically. So let's just say that you are trading and you're not trading and you're doing okay and not okay. That is completely fine as well. We are still, that money isn't just sitting there, it's still being utilized. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but as long as
that's all.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll stop there. No problem, Florian.
No, it's
Pleasure seeing you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Florian. All right, so our next question is gonna go to Mr. Phil Karugaba. Phil, what are you calling us from?
Hello, everyone. I'm calling from Stockholm, Sweden.
Sweden, okay. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Where are you originally from, Phil?
I'm originally from Uganda.
Uganda, oh, okay, my brother.
Yeah.
That's good.
But right now I'm staying in Stockholm, Sweden.
Okay, what's your question for Mr. Martuza?
So I basically have like 2 questions or 3 maybe. Now, you have been talking about the registration prior to what happened before you launched. Was it on Sunday or Saturday before the site went down? What was the procedure of registration? What I mean is when someone registers and then they get to pay, how long do they have to wait before they can receive the details of the account that they're going to be, trading on? And with that being said, in consideration of what has gone on now, how much time does one have to wait before you receive the details?
Sure. So
then,
okay, sorry.
Can we have it? Like, let's have him like answer those 2 questions first. I guess he wants to know, like, what was the time frame before? Do you have any type of backlog right now?
Okay. So yes, so initially we thought, okay, we're launching this. We're a small to medium sized company. Not a lot of people know about us. We would be okay. We opened the sites on 9 p.m. EST on Friday evening, and it was just downhill from there. We did get a lot of registrations in at that time as well, so it's not like not anyone couldn't register. We did, but then when we saw that the site is going down, so we had to focus all of our resources on the site issue as well, and then obviously the customer service and the emails. There's thousands and thousands of emails that are coming in, and we have now 8 people working. There's Alex, Mike, and you guys talk to a bunch of them as well. So initially it was 24-hour turnaround time, then we increased that to 48 hours. And I know for some of you guys, we are pushing that 48-hour limit as well, and I do apologize for that. It's just that there's only so much that we can do humanly. If you are one of those guys that we haven't gotten back to even after 48 hours, I do apologize from myself, from my team. We will get you. It's not like we have forgotten about you. We will get to you, and it's not like your challenge will start, as Yuan said, and as the program says, after your first trade. So just hang tight. I know it is a discomfort, it is inconvenience, but yeah, if you got us, we got you. So I don't know if that answers your question, Phil.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
And what's your
it does
third?
answer my question.
What's your third
then
question?
my third question was about the brokers.
Brokers, okay.
Yeah, because I read on the website before it went down, one, that you can bring your own broker. Now, does that apply to the live account, or it's only demo?
It's only for demo, yeah. Our live funds would be with FXPig, so it's only for demo. And again, that is just so that you can pass the stages. If you're not familiar with FXPig, you can pass the stages easily with someone. And it's not like you can just bring them. You have to tell us who you want to trade with. We're going to do a quick scan, a quick sanity check to ensure that they do meet the compliance and they are, somewhat regulated. Not only that, then, they have to trade with MT4 because that's what our systems run on right now. So yeah, if you are interested in bringing your own broker, which is called BYOB, pretty cool, but you can definitely email us and we'll give you a nod within 24 to 48 hours saying, yes, it's okay. And if it's not, then we'll let you know too. So not all brokers are welcome.
And then my last question is, what efforts are you putting in to see that these other brokers that at least you have provided in the demo account or before someone gets to live trading, that someone can continue with the broker that one has chosen for the trial period?
They can continue
what
with.
Efforts are you?
Okay. These are our trusted brokers. So we have been working with them, as I said, for our rapid programs. They have been there with us for the last 6-7 months. And we personally have, somewhat a relationship with them for the last couple of years as well. So they're trusted. Obviously, brokers do their own thing. I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, but they are trusted. They have a good support system in place. And, we talk to them here and there. So again, that's all the promises I can make on their behalf. Again, on our side and on anyone else's side that uses external brokers, you would say that if a broker does something that they shouldn't, it's not our responsibility because we don't kind of sort of follow or we don't control what they're doing behind the scenes. But these 4 guys that we work with are very decent, especially Tickmill and ICM. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, personally, I also use IC markets, but what I didn't understand properly is like the ones that you are providing for the trial period. I, for one, have registered for the original model that you came out with before.
Okay.
So if I choose IC markets for my trial period, do I get to trade with them even on the live account?
No. So live account. So when you're registering, it would say, even though you can pick your evaluation and your second phase broker by yourself, live account would always be with FXPIC for now, at least. We are in talks with a couple of other brokers, and some of those brokers are in the 4 broker list. But yeah, I can't say anything until everything is confirmed. But yeah, once we do onboard, then obviously we'll have a choice of live account as well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Yuan, if you don't mind me asking, can I ask Phil a question? Phil, you there?
Yeah, sure.
So you
Yes,
said
I am.
you traded with our rapid program. How was that for you, or what was your feedback?
No, I haven't traded with it. I actually registered on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm one of the guys who I was looking into I was looking at on YouTube. I think it
Mhm.
was VVS when you were bringing out the new model, and I thought it was fun. So when I did register, and then the next I think 48 hours have been yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
haven't actually traded with you, but I did register. So I'm
Not
waiting
yet.
for the
Okay.
details of the account. Yeah.
Okay. So I think Alex is watching this. Guys, Phil, Mr. Phil Karu Gaba
Yeah.
needs
Phil
this account
Calgaba.
right. Needs this account right away. Thanks.
No worries,
Thanks for
man.
understanding though, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, all trading is all about patience. So we all
There you go.
understand.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not boring you guys a lot. I think Antonio fell asleep looking at his phone. Oh, you're on mute, Yaman. You're on mute.
Antonio, I can only see his eyes. So we're gonna move
Yeah.
to like Rob and Mambo. This is actually one of my traders in Worldwide FX. Rob,
Cool.
you go ahead. Any
Yeah.
questions for Mr. Martuza? Where you are from? Where are you calling us from? I know where you are, but
Oh yeah, I know. Warm. But yeah, sorry. Mr. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm gonna call you MK. No disrespect.
That's okay. No,
But
not at all. Not taken.
yeah, so I'm just gonna speak for myself and probably a few other people. And the fact that can I get it from yourself that we can actually, sorry, I'm quite warm. We can actually get a refund for not a refund, but you can go twice, I think you said, if you fail the first time, or you get a free
Retake. That's the word.
retake. That's what I
yes.
was.
Yes.
That's what
So there's two ways, just like in any other prop firm, it's not with us. So there's a time limit that you have to meet. And if you can't meet that time limit, then the other one is the drawdown. So
Yeah.
let's just say that you're trying your best, right? But markets aren't going your way. And even though you have proper risk management in place, you can't hit that target. As long as you haven't made a violation, you're good to go. It will give you another free retake. Now, let's just say that you come in and you're like, man, I'm going to pass this evaluation in 2 days, and you hit that drawdown your first day or your first trade. That's not a retake. Yeah, you would have to. So that kind of put emphasis on you and the way you trade as well. Same goes for our rapid program as well. We do have a 5% daily drawdown there as well. This tells you as a trader, hey, you can't just leave trades open, right? You have to have proper risk management in place, and that's what trading is all about.
Cool. And then I think that the fact that you guys have made it so accessible to even the normal man down the street, like $84 for the 10 grand, that was a good move, so just considering getting everyone inside trying to trade and make.
We think so, yeah. And you hit the nail on the head there. We all come from different walks, and what we have to think of is, there are people making millions, sure, but there are people that want to still get into this prop trading firm, and we have to target those in a good way. Let them in, let them go through the stages, let them understand that, hey, if you're not going to be serious about it, if you're not going to use risk management, then trading is not for you. Now suddenly, let's just say an example, someone comes in, they trade with another firm, they pay them, say, $300-400 for their entry program. Sure, they fail, that money's poof gone. That's hard-earned money. With us, you start at the lower end, and even if you blow it, you shouldn't. But if you do, it wouldn't hurt as much as spending 3 or 4 times that amount. So that was our thinking behind introducing such a low scale registration cost.
Well, I'm in the Philippines at the moment. I kind of got stuck here because of COVID. But anyhow, no, I don't think I have a lot of questions. Everything I like about your site is very self-explanatory. Yeah, everything is pretty well thought out and self-explanatory. Besides, as you already mentioned, the server problems or anything that you may have. Besides that, I think everything is self-explanatory. Everything's worded out well so everyone can understand it. I like how he had the little rubrics where it goes side by side comparison and it tells you what you can do and can't do. Just very easy, very simple, user friendly, and I like it. And I also want to say thanks for the pizza.
Sorry,
Right.
just on that point, right?
Yeah.
Trading, just like life, should be fun, right? So that day, like all of us was stressing, like, servers weren't working, this wasn't happening, nothing was going on our way. So just like trading, you should take a step back, relax, take a deep breath, go chill, go do something else that you love. I love eating, right? And you can probably tell I'm a relatively big guy. Well, good thing you can't see my, my six pack, but that's what the pizza idea came from. I was like, you know what? Let's take a break. I think we hit 97. I was hoping that we hit 100 people, but we only hit 97 people that we served pizza to that day. So I think that was a good idea, personally, because it just took
It was an
mind
amazing
off.
idea. It was an
Mind off
amazing idea. It was like running around like everybody on the Telegram. Hey, email, DM Fatima, and then that's how you
Yep,
get the
yep.
pizza. All that kind of stuff. But overall, I think like even before I even heard about my Forex fund, I've always heard that you guys have like great customer service, and that's something that I can testify on. Since I've joined your Telegram, I can see how like Ben, Alex, and Fatima take care of the questions and all that kind of stuff. And there's not a lot of misinformation. Like if something it goes, because this is Forex, you have a lot of crazy people around here that would say something and it will catch fire and stuff like that. But they always straighten things out, and then everything is clear, and really great customer service.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And, we are growing really fast. And we have to scale up, or else, the customer service is there because, we have a certain ratio to trader, our customer reps to trader ratio, but that is getting blown out of proportion right now. So we are working in the back end to obviously onboard more and more. So you'll start seeing more names coming up as well. So Emma, I don't know if you guys have chatted with her online. So Emma's there. There's a couple of other back, our risk team is increasing. So definitely, we have to keep up with the demand, which is traders. And, it's because of the product, the service that we are providing you. That's why we are blowing up. So we have to kind of sort of keep up with that as well and keep continuing to do what we do best, which is, definitely good trader service, customer service, excuse me.
Awesome. So I think our
Better
next
to
question.
be busy than be
Ms. Karik. Our next question will come from Ivan Chumbusho, and this is my DRC brother calling from Lubumbashi, Congo. We are truly like worldwide FX. The people that we have here come from like all kinds of place. So Ivan, what's your question?
Yes, sorry, but my English, I can understand English, but I hardly speak English. So can I
try?
ask
Or
my
you want to
question
say
in
you
French
ask the question
and
in
you can
French and I'll
translate?
translate? Yes.
Yes. En fait, ma question est de savoir, premièrement, concernant il n'y a pas une espèce de free trial. Donc, je prends un compte sur lequel j'ai accès avec tous leurs services, leur account metrics. Comment je fais pourquoi ils n'ont pas prévu ça? Et ma deuxième question est concernant le mode de paiement. Est-ce que je devrais envoyer une facture ou ils vont faire un virement directement sur le compte? Et la troisième question, bien entendu, c'est celle de savoir si lorsque le trader a passé le challenge, est-ce que vous lui donnez une espèce de certificat virtuel? Voilà mes trois questions.
Awesome. All right. So Yvonne, he's actually has like almost my name, except like he's A, he's a O. So his first question was, why don't you have a free trial program? It looks like the only way to get into my Forex fund is either for registering for like the program, one of the programs straight away. The second was actually a really good question that we didn't talk about, was the payment method, not only for registration, but like once the
the payouts,
and then the third one.
Ma troisième question, c'était sur le certificat. Est-ce qu'ils remettent un certificat à la fin pour le trader qui a passé les 2 étapes?
Okay. Sorry, I have like very short memory now. The third one was a certificate. This is actually one of my traders' favorite question. Like, I think this is an obsession with like FTMO certificate. Everybody wants, like, once they pass to get a little trophy, I guess.
Okay. So salut, comment ça va? First of all, I quickly had to Google that. Bonjour. Il fait froid, il fait chaud. Okay, I'll stop there.
Awesome.
So answer your first question, and I'll speak slowly. Is why don't we have a free trial? To be honest with you, we never thought of it. You get a free trial with firms that have their own brokers, right? Because then you can kind of sort of test them out and see what kind of spreads you're getting, what kind of service you're getting, etc., etc. Since we outsource that component of us, since we use other brokers, you can easily go to those brokers and open up your own demo accounts, and that could be your free trial, right? If you want to plug that into our system, you're more than welcome to email us once you open that, and we'll give you your own dashboard so you can see and track how and what you're doing. Now, to answer your second question, which was, and I have short-term memory loss as well.
Method of payment.
Method of payments, yes.
For registration, but also payout.
So you can pay by credit card, you can pay by PayPal, you can pay by crypto, any major crypto. You can also pay by bank transfer. So bank transfers usually take 3 to 5 days, which I don't recommend because that delays the process. But these are your 3 main ones. So PayPal, credit card, and crypto for now. As far as payout methods are concerned, similar. We can do bank transfer, we can pay you with crypto, we can pay you by PayPal, and we can also do bank transfer if I didn't say that already. So yeah, it's
yeah, that's really awesome. I think like having the Bitcoin or crypto component as a payout and as a method of payment, it's actually really good. I know, for example, like, our firm, I have a service where I process FTMO accounts and other firms' account for Nigerian, traders, because they can't get, they can't pay more than $100, anywhere. So they have to like, transfer Bitcoin, to me, and I have to like make those payments. It's a huge hassle for them, and I think that your firm will probably be, the number one choice now that they can directly go there, do it. It's not something that I want to do, but I do it as a service, but then they get charged, I guess. But that's really good. Like, and I think like crypto part is great.
Another good thing about crypto is, one, is super fast. 2, the cost of transaction is super low. So I know when we pay through PayPal or bank transfers, the fees are enormous, 2, 3, 5%. But with BTC, it's literally in cents, unless you're making like tens of thousands of dollars, then sure. But relatively, if you look at a percentage, BTC, XRP, whatever, XLM, LTC, blah, 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 it's super fast, super cheap. And again, it goes directly in your wallet, and there's no per se other bodies that have to deal with it. It's directly in your wallet. Oh, and he did ask about certificate. So no, to be honest with you, I never thought of it. Again, if that is something that our traders want, then sure, we can design one. It's we can get that rolled out as well. We do have something bigger in plan rather than just the digital certificate, but we will reveal that as we start getting more and more traders to be on the front stages.
Okay. One last thing was I think this is something that I heard you talk about in the last interview was having physical locations in different parts of the world, starting with Toronto where you are based, and going to like, different places where traders can come in and trade. Can you talk about
definitely.
that?
Yeah, 100%. So Toronto is definitely going to be our first hub where, we'll open an office where myself, Ben, our other teammates can come sit and just, COVID has kind of sort of pushed all of us apart, and I'm in my office, my home office right now. So it's a total different feel. And if you're going in and seeing the people that you work with, trading is something that we love to do. And if you can have a big enough space that 10, 15, 20 people from around Ontario, and again, Toronto is very close to other cities as well in States, United States. So, you can take a quick flight down. We'll host you. You can stay with us for a week, for over the weekend or whatnot. We'll release those details later. But yeah, there should be an office where people can come, sit, trade, eat, just relax. After you're done trading, you go out, you have drinks, you have pizza. I keep on going back to pizza. I don't know why. But and not only in Toronto, we are in talks with other countries as well. One in Southern Hemisphere, one in Asia, that we, even if we can rent a little place where we can tell traders, say, okay, go there, you can sit, you can relax, you can order food on us. That's something, again, as a way of giving back to the community. This isn't happening tomorrow. This isn't happening next month. This is in our long-term plan, but it's definitely going to happen. That's one of my long-term targets.
Awesome, and that would be really good. I think like my dream is to have, I think like the reason why I started my firm is to be able to like connect with different traders. Like my dream is to have like a worldwide FX, Zimbabwe and South Africa and somewhere where traders will come there, get some sort of education, do it the right way, and then for us to be able to travel there and then do some sort of like conferences and learn together, trade together for a couple months, like for couple days or over the weekend, learn and then trade together the next week and then move on to like the next city. That's pretty much like my dream.
Amazing idea. And you on that point, sorry to cut you off, we don't get taught these things when at a younger age. In our school, universities, no one talks about Forex. Mine didn't, at least, right? And this is something, it's actually amazing. Like if you learn to manage your risk, it not only will help you in your day-to-day life, in your trading, but in your day-to-day life as well. So that's, again, I share that vision with you. So my background, I am from Pakistan, so I am planning on going to Pakistan, going to different universities and talking about Forex. Just talking about it. Just tell them, hey guys, this is a huge $5 billion a day market that you can trade, and if if you are managing your risk properly, you can make decent money. So yeah, education and shining positive light on Forex is definitely the way to go, and I commend you for what you said you will be doing as well.
Awesome. I think like we've taken too much of your time. I know this is like extremely busy time. I wanted to give the last question to Mr. Tojo Herman. Tojo Herman, I think I got you from the Telegram group. This is one of the very few very knowledgeable guys about prop trading. I've never met him personally, and this is how I am. Like I talk to strangers. So Tojo, go ahead. Any question from Mr. Martuza, and you're gonna close us out.
Hi, good night, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you calling from?
I am in Suriname.
Okay. And what country is that?
Country in South America.
Okay.
Besides Brazil.
Awesome. Okay, what's your question?
I don't have a lot of questions because
he knows it all.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, this guy knows it all. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm answering questions, a lot of questions, and people thinking I'm working for MMF.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask is about the trial, but I think someone asked it already.
Okay.
Will there be a trial also linked to the matrix?
Yes, so as I said, so if you do register with the firm and you come back and you email us, don't email us today and expect it to run tomorrow because we're backlogged as is. But definitely, if you want to see your matrix, we'll set you up. Go register your account with ICM, with Tickmill, with Okta, with FXPeg. Give us the MT4 details. We'll link it up with our backend systems, just so that you can kind of as I said, monitor your progress and see what kind of KPIs we would be monitoring and how you would be doing in the actual challenge or evaluation phase.
Also about the spread of the broker, FXPeg.
Mm-hmm. So for the majors, I think it's between 0.2 to 0.8. We do have, so it is a raw plus commission once, just to keep the keep the spreads low. And I don't know if we have discussed this, but we did say that when you do get into live account, we'll take on the commission part. So that wouldn't come out of your pocket. That would only come out of our pocket.
Okay, that's great, because someone told me the Pro account has a lower commission than Premier.
That is correct. Yes, I think it has $2 or $3 each way. I forgot that exact figure. But these are per lot sizes, right? So obviously, yeah, it will come out of our pocket, and that's what we have decided. Another rate that we're not going to charge the trader to trade.
Okay. Fine.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
so,
before we close out, sorry, I had 4 names. So Toho's name is on the top. So
okay.
thank you, Toho. And I know, sorry, it's my chicken scratch. So Mike S, JS, Cave, and Mustafa. Thank you, all you guys. You guys, help us so much tremendously. JS Cave is, I think, also secret, not so secret anymore. And I've been getting some news that he's saying that he doesn't get a shout out. So thank you so much. These 4 guys were there from the start when we initially launched, and they asked us a billion questions. Like, I kid you not, a million and billion questions. And Ben used to say, who the hell are these guys? They keep on asking questions and questions. And it was the best decision that we made, answering those questions. Because now, even though we don't pay them anything, they just answer. And this is what family is about, right? You help each other. And again, so thank you, all you guys. I know I should at least have another 5 to 10 names on that, but not, those are the 4 main people that. And sorry, Josh as well. He's someone that's relatively new, but he has been talking to me, guiding me as well. He has about 20 years of experience in FX. So, as we grow bigger and bigger, we will need all the help. And yeah, by all means, if you have ideas, questions, concerns, hit me up, Murtaza at myforexfunds.com. Ben's always there. And all these guys are there as well.
Awesome. I think like you said, Herman, Mr. Herman here is one of like your greatest ambassadors. And I found out about him because like whenever I'm actually doing like, my due diligence and figuring out what it was. And I was like, if I talk to Ben, Ben works for you. If I talk to Alex, Alex works for you. And I kept seeing this guy had like, I think his name is like the cool something on Telegram. He was posting a lot of the things, and I was having a Zoom meeting with my team. That's when I was doing that little calculation. I was like, hey, jump on a Zoom, like, let's talk to you. We didn't get to connect, but then, for this meeting, I made sure he was here because, like he's not, working for my Forex fund, but like the way he answers questions and then the way he, talks about like, the firm, it shows that, this is something that he trusts and something that he believes in, and it makes it more comfortable for all of us. I'm going to end, this section by offering something, right? And this is like my begging session. So do you have any, we try to find any discount anywhere. There's nobody. We heard like somebody has a 13% discount, 10% discount. Is there any discount at all for this new program? And
you caught me off guard there. And, we have traders that have been trading us from the start, and Ben keeps on asking me, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? And to be really, really honest with you, and I answered this in the start, our bottom line is the margin on this is next to nothing right now, especially with the bonuses that we would be giving back. Again, so if you guys do want that bonus, we can go from 12 to 15% if you want. And that's what we did with Blake as well. But as far as bonuses are concerned, there's not much room unless I don't want to say yes, we'll do it, and then we do it, and then we kind of sort of start cutting in our costs, which isn't the good way to do business anyways.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have one question about once we get for example, I go with aggressive account, 100K account, and for some reason I pass that out within like a month, and then I'm in the live account. For some reason, if I violate the live account, so will I get a chance the 100K account, or will I have to like buy a new one?
No, so I would be sending Florin to your house along with Yaman to get that money back. But no, to answer your question, no. So if you hit that drawdown, you have to restart all over again.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks.
Sorry about that.
Can I say something?
Oh, small questions. Who is speaking?
Yeah, just one, please.
What's your name?
Yeah, thank you.
Larry Emma?
Can you? Yes.
Okay.
Can I say something, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. My question is, can you please help to answer the question I posted in the chat?
Oh,
I posted the question in the chat. I would appreciate if you can answer it.
What is your question, sir? I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I was actually asking how you plan to sustain this kind of program with all these offers, and how you plan to keep it going on and on, because there is a company similar to MFF that they started to, and they couldn't keep this evaluation program open to everyone that wants to join. To be precise, the foreign talent, if you go to their website, they don't have the evaluation program on the website anymore. They said they have too many people, so they could only make it available for just 50 people. So I'm wondering, because now the website has been down for MFF due to lots and lots of people that are the awareness. Now, once it gets to a time that MFF2 will not be able to sustain the number of people that are interested in this evaluation, and MFF2 will be going into hiding.
So, sorry, I forgot your name.
This is Mr. His name is
Emma.
Larry Emma or Larry Emma? Larry Emma. Yeah.
All right, Larry. So that's a good question, and the FT people are great. Let's not doubt that, right? They're out of think boxers, and they're a great company, and amazing people there. And what they're going through is the reality of things, to be honest with you. As I said earlier on, it's finite. Everything is finite. Nothing is infinite. So what happens is we can only onboard certain amount of people, and we were experiencing it. Before, I was like, I don't know why these guys are doing this, but it makes total business sense. It may not make sense to the traders that, hey, it's a big company, they should be able to handle. But there's a lot of manual process in the back end as well. Unless and until we automate and have our own brokers like FTMO and whatnot, where you can, automate pretty much the onboarding process, the account provisioning process, A to Z by just automatically. It's really not business healthy. What I mean by that is, again, it takes time for us. It takes manpower for us to do all these steps. There is a lot of automation with us now, especially with the dashboard and whatnot. And, you can track yourself and blah, 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 all that good stuff. But as far as the account provisioning process is there, that's the main bottleneck here. So, if let's just say if we get 50, that is our max right now. So we did open with 6 times that number, and that's what, and I said, and I apologize as well, that's what we're trying to kind of sort of, as the website is down, it could be a blessing in disguise as well, that we are trying to catch up on those accounts and kind of sort of get them set up. There's a lot of patience out there, and thank you, my Forex Funds family, for that. We're trying to catch up, and we're trying to provision those accounts and get them out. So that 50 account mark is definitely something that is a reality of things. It makes total business sense from a business perspective, at least, to kind of sort of steady the flow rather than having an avalanche of traders coming in and not getting the right sort of service. I wouldn't call it hiding per se. That's not hiding. It's it's the reality of things. So and I hope I'm making sense to you, at least.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So I didn't finish my offer section. So I think I did my begging session and I forgot to do my offer session. So Tojo, to thank you for all you do you have a MFF account right now? Mr. Tojo Herman.
Yes, I have.
Do you have one of the new evaluation accounts?
No, just a Rapid account.
You have the Rapid account?
Yes.
Okay, so for everything that you do, Worldwide FX is going to pay for your 10K evaluation account. So just hit me up, or you hit Bain up, and then he's gonna we'll cover the payment for that account. And thank you for everything you do for the Forex community.
Oh wow, thank you.
Wow.
All right. But keep doing what you do. We need more people like you in the community.
Sure.
And then Mr. Martuza, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for taking time, out of your busy day. I know this is a very, very busy time for you with the new program, and come here, talk to us, talk to the community. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon and hopefully do business.
How they attract investors. So different firms have different models, right? With us, it's majority of it is mine and my co-founders' funds in the back end. And also it has to do with showing them the model that, hey, okay, this is the influx of traders, this is the registration cost, this is the drawdown, or this is the risk that we're taking, because every business has a risk, right? So this is the risk that you're taking, but the reward could be this much if we control the risk. Again, connecting it back to the trading psychology is risk to reward ratio. So you tell them, you show them, you tell them, okay, here's my proof of concept. We have done this over 1,000 of the data set is of 1,000 of traders. This is what we got back. Are you interested? And hedge funds and venture VC firms, that's what they look at, and they come in and they say, okay, we're going to back you up, we're going to give you XYZ amount, but in the if you're going to own this much of their company, and then obviously they make 2, 3, 4 times the money. So that's one model. Again, our model right now is not big enough, it's not there yet that we need to go out and get funds. But yeah, again, if we do get that big, then that's definitely a route that we're willing to take.
But we really do this like for the people. Like, I want to do something like for the treasure. I'm not a YouTuber. I just try to like, do this for the people, make sure like people are getting reliable information from the source. And thanks again for, for your time. And we'll speak soon.
Yeah, for sure. And Ivan, if you don't mind, just send, I'll email you, just send me the list of participants so, we can get that sorted out as well.
Awesome. All right,
Cool.
guys, gonna close it out. Thank you very much.
Be good, everyone. Stay safe.
Be
Yeah.
good. Bye.